Men need to learn the difference between having emotions and being emotional. So stick around because I need that watch time.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Throughout the manosphere, throughout the red pill circles and so on, especially online, men are encouraged to never show emotion, especially in front of women, because showing emotions is weak, showing emotions is insecure, showing emotions is what women do, and that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, the inability to show emotions is a weakness in itself. It is an insecurity, because you are afraid that if you show your emotions, if you communicate how you feel, that other people are going to think of you as weak, other people are going to think differently of you, and therefore you are chasing external validation, and it shows that you do not have confidence in yourself because you're scared of what other people are going to think about you. See, as men, we should never suppress our emotions. We should always control them, and that's the difference. The weakness part is not expressing yourself, is not communicating what's on your mind, communicating your feelings. The weak part is when you let your emotions control your actions. Maybe when you confide in someone, but you don't have the inner confidence to know that you're not bothered what this person thinks about you. You're confiding in this person not because you need to confide in this person, but because you want to. Because you're secure in yourself. You feel comfortable expressing yourself. You feel comfortable being who you are, letting your guard down, being vulnerable. And a man should never suppress his emotions, because when you suppress your emotions, you become weaker, you bottle it up, you become mentally unstable, because as soon as you go over the edge, you're going to lose it. But if you're calm, you're able to just vent about things, you'll be fine. In fact, you'd be so much stronger for venting things out of your system than keeping them tucked away inside. I don't think there's anything weak about talking about your emotions, because all you're doing at the end of the day is talking about them. It's not like you're acting on them, it's not like you're becoming erratic, it's not like you're becoming unstable. You're literally just talking about what's on your mind, because that's all it is. Once you're secure in yourself and you don't care about other people, what have you got to lose? Why are you worried about what people think? If you don't care about what others think, how can they ever have power over you? Think about it like this: who has more power, other people or you? If you don't care about what other people think about you, then who has the power, you or them? Obviously it's you, because you don't care what those people think about you. Because you don't care what they think about you, you're always going to have the power over yourself and power over what they think about you, and they're never going to be able to stop you in your tracks, and that is strength right there. I think as well, it takes a lot of balls to be able to talk about your feelings, because society almost pressures us to never do this. Society pressures us to never show any emotion whatsoever, to be like robots, but that's simply not true. Who the fuck wants to associate with a robot? Someone who's just so unreactive and so stoic all the time, they don't show any emotion whatsoever. You don't want to be around those people. No, obviously you don't want to be around someone who's so negative all the time, who is just constantly venting, constantly emotionally vomiting all over the place. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is just the ability to communicate what's going on in the inside, just to be able to talk about your feelings. So if you can talk about your feelings in a calm way, in a way that presents that you're confident in yourself and you're not really worried about what other people think about you, how can you possibly be perceived as weak? And a lot of men will say that if you show vulnerability in front of a woman, that she will walk all over you, that she will see you as weak, that she'll lose respect and attraction for you. I can say from personal experience that once I decided to stop letting my feelings get in the way of talking about them, I realised that my relationships have failed because I've been so insecure in the past about talking about my feelings, talking about what's on my mind, communicating my wants and needs from that relationship, because I'm afraid of what that person might think of me. I'm afraid of looking weak. Of course, a woman would lose respect and attraction for me if I did that, because I'm afraid of what she thinks about me. I don't have the true inner confidence in myself. But once I broke away from that and I said, you know what, I'm gonna talk about my feelings. I don't care what these women think about me. And you know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. These women let their guard down because I was secure in myself. I didn't need that validation. I didn't need to worry about what these women thought about me. I realised that I'm in control of my own life. I'm in control of my own emotions. I'm secure in myself. I don't need to worry about what others think about me. And even if these women do think I'm weak, then that's their problem, not mine. And these women would let their guards down. They'd be able to be more feminine around me. they'll be able to be themselves, because I've got that confidence about me. I'm showing strength, and when you're a masculine man and you're showing strength, this is what's going to let a woman's guard down. Think about it, women are really indirect by nature, and if you're more direct about your feelings, you're just saying what's on your mind, you're not being emotional about it, you're just saying, well, yeah, you know, it's tough, but it's just how it is. You know, that's a calm way of expressing your emotions, and you've got the mindset of you're going to be alright no matter what. And because you do that, you set the stage for a deeper emotional connection, because let's face it, a successful relationship needs that emotional connection. That's how a bond is formed, by having those deeper discussions with people. Think about it, if you've got a best friend, right, and you talk about the most deepest things to that best friend that you've got, believe me guys, your friendship is going to go a lot deeper than some surface level interaction you've had with someone. You know, when we talk about the deep things, when we talk about the vulnerable things, it brings people closer together. And I think in relationships especially, it's important. But I think where people go wrong is they don't realise that you have to be secure in yourself first. You have to be masculine, you have to have that inner confidence, and you have to just not be emotional. Don't be someone who's emotionally vomiting all over the place. Just be someone who's calm, someone who can talk about their feelings without any kind of pressure, without putting pressure on her, pressure on yourself. Just be calm about it, just be at peace. And when you've got that peace, you put other people at peace. And there's something liberating about this as well. And think about it like this, let's say you like a girl, maybe you've got a crush on her, you've got feelings or whatever, and you're afraid that if you show any interest in her, she's going to reject you. You're afraid that she's going to lose respect for you, or she's not going to like you as much, or whatever it may be. Believe me guys, there is nothing more liberating than you actually facing your fears and asking her out. Not only does fortune favour the brave, but the fact that you faced your fears, even if you got rejected, you're going to feel good about yourself. You stopped worrying about what that woman's going to think of you, and you just grabbed life by the balls and went for the things that you want. And I think that level of emotional vulnerability is important. And I think as long as you're being masculine, as long as you're being confident in yourself, as long as you're secure in yourself, as long as you're not being emotional while you're doing it, then yeah, I think vulnerability is important, and I think it will strengthen your relationships, be them just friendships or genuine romantic relationships. So I've spoken briefly about being masculine in this video. If you want to be more masculine, click the video on screen right now. So I hope this video was valuable to you. If it was, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed that video. That's all I want to say about that. Oh!